and welcome to the Cheadle End Podcast, a Stockport County fan podcast. Today we've got Rob, as Calvin is on his holidays. He's not with us, and sadly, the Wi-Fi wasn't strong enough, and we won't be seeing Calvin in his usual holiday attire, his mankini.
What a shame.
I know. How you doing, Rob? Can we wear bucket hats this week?
Yeah, no bucket hats. I should have worn it for this special occasion of no Calvin, but we have to. At least we won't get shouted at this week.
That's true. Well, if he's not back for the Blackburn game, in midweek, then
we might have to put it on then.
Yeah, two episodes is missing. That means that he's definitely a bucket hat needs to be worn. How's your week been?
Quiet. Not really got up to much apart from work.
Yeah, I don't think there's much going on. But
No.
yeah, well, the football season's back up, so that's the main thing.
That's it. Just been counting down the days.
Yeah. Okay, since last episode, we've had a couple of extra loan signings with Cody Johnson leaving us, and he's gone to the National League side, Kings Lynn. That's until January. We've got Tony Onyango on a season-long loan from Everton. And I think we're very fortunate to have re-signed Louis Barry. That's a season-long loan from Aston Villa. Let's hope he stays injury-free, Rob. And we were talking about him last week. I can't believe it. Just before it was announced, and we were like, is he going to join after the podcast? And then literally, I think it was the next day, he was announced that he was back. Are you happy with these?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was this. I think it was literally the day after we put the podcast out that they announced it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the loan moves are quite good for us. It's Cody Johnson going out, giving him the game time and experience that he needs. Hopefully, push through to the new first team. What we saw of him kind of last couple of seasons, he's got the potential there. It just needs to get the game time and he should be able to push through.
Yeah, he's 19 now. He'll be 20 when he returns in January. So do you think that he'll be fighting if he has a good loan? Do you think he'll be fighting for the first team?
I think so. He was up there last season before last when last year he went out on loan again, didn't he? Played in a couple of the cup games early on, but didn't really kind of shine then. But when he was playing more regular, that's when he seemed to come out of himself a bit more. So hopefully with this additional loan spell, we'll get the best out of him when he comes back.
Yeah.
So Louis Barry coming back is a good result for us. So the great player he can be at the beginning of last season before he got injured.
Yeah.
But he was cautious when he came back after his injury for the last few games, obviously edging to the end of his end of the season with us. So, but hopefully we'll get a fully confident Barry back this season, and they'll be banging them in again for us.
Yeah, we'll talk about the game yesterday, obviously. In a few minutes.
Yeah, I've not seen much of the Tony Onyango, but from what I've heard, he can play midfield and he's been playing centre back recently as well, so we can move about. So hopefully be able to utilise him in a couple of different positions.
Yeah, exactly. We had the squad numbers as well in the week. I can't imagine buying a kit with the wrong number on, which I've done before. But we'll talk about that. Do you like looking at the squad numbers?
Yeah, it is quite useful to find out who's kind of main positions and who they think kind of the backup players. saying that a lot of them yesterday were the higher numbers playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's especially if you're going out buying a shirt, it's good to have the names on the back and make sure you have the right numbers on there.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Right, so we've had 2 more friendly games between the last podcast and this one. There was the Friday game against Blackburn at home, sadly a 1-0 loss, and a 2-1 win on the Saturday. That was against recently relegated Carlisle. They spent 1 year in League One before going down where County were last year. Hopefully, County won't be following in their footsteps and can stay up easily. But we've spoken about how we can't take pre-season that seriously. So let's get the pre-season talk out of the way and let's start the proper stuff. Obviously, yesterday was the first weekend of the Football League season for us, and we asked some County fans their pre-game predictions for the game ahead. Okay, we're here at Edgeley Park for the opening game of the 24-25 season. Now, County have had an atrocious record here on the match day 1, and they've not won match day 1 for 6 years. When they were back in the National League North, and they beat FC United 5-1. So let's go and speak to some County fans, and let's hear their prediction in today's game.
2-1 County. 2-1 County.
Cheers, mate.
Thinking King. Not sure. 2-0. I can live with 2-0, yeah.
Yeah? Cheers, lads.
2-1. 2-1, yeah, 2-1.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Hey guys, can we get a quick prediction of today's game?
2-0, thanks.
Cheers. Now, obviously, know the result of the game and a win for the Hatters, but there was a lot of optimistic County fans, I thought, before the game, Robert. I didn't really expect that.
No, I wasn't one of them.
No, well, we know that.
After the last 5 years, there was games being a loss. I wasn't hoping for. I was hoping for a win, but I wasn't expecting one, shall we say?
Yeah.
Luckily, I seem to be the minority there.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of lads there that 2-0 was the best score, which it went on, and we'll talk about the goals and the game. But the first goal, we can't start without talking about the complete cheek of Louis Barry to try that chip. But what a great headed downer as well from Wotton to set it all up.
Yeah, it was a day though. It was his pass from just outside the 6-yard box, right over everybody, and then obviously one of them flicked it onto Barry, who just lobbed the keeper, and it's got to be up there for game of the season, surely. Even though it's the first game, it's got to be up there for goal of the season.
It really has, and. To be honest, it seemed to be in the air for ages, and when it was coming down, like this, if this is on target, the keeper's scrambling, and it went in. I thought it was a cracking goal.
It was good. It was a good, brilliant goal.
And County could have scored again in the first half when Wotton, who I think had a fantastic game, hit the post, and then the rebound was smashed over.
How did he miss that? It was like it was easier to score than it was to miss at that point. It was out just inside the 6-yard box. It went straight over the bar. Yeah. But we also had that offside goal as well with Collar as well in the first half. From where we were sat, I'm not convinced it was offside, but it must have been marginally if it was.
Yeah. I did get a message off Calvin to say that it was offside from where he was watching on the telly, but I was celebrating, and then obviously it wasn't meant to be.
No.
So, they'll jump up that often because I can't, but there was this, I definitely thought it was 2, but I thought Cambridge had spells in the first half, but didn't really look like scoring. But they did have that excellent chance when they were 1-on-1 pretty much with the keeper, and the excellent
70
challenge
odd
from
minutes, wasn't it?
yeah,
from Horsfall.
yeah, absolutely fantastic. What did you make of that?
I think it was
Yeah, pinpoint.
Yeah, sorry, start again.
Yeah, I thought that with making that challenge was, it was one of them. It was going to be an excellent challenge. It was going to be a penalty, and yeah, it was just brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Horsfall sliding tackle in the second half was great. Got that wrong, and we looked a definite penalty.
Yeah.
Yellow, even the red card possibly, but I think there was a couple of defenders near him, so it most likely a yellow. But definitely would be looking at a penalty and getting to your scoreline of 2-1.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Because County did obviously go 2-0 up. Great header from Wootton to finish off his great performance yesterday. Arguably, up there with man of the match, but maybe the sponsors thought differently. But it was a great cross. I thought Jaden Ferreira. I had been practicing that. That I roll my eyes and it gets difficult. But he had a couple of nice moves on that wing on the right hand side, and then managed to cut it in. And then Carl's finish was brilliant.
It was. Wotton's deserved his goal. I think he played brilliant all game. For me, he was man of the match. I know Will Collar got it on the pitch, but I think he should have been man of the match for me. I think it was only a matter of time. It was more when rather than if he was going to score yesterday. It was always knocking at the door, wasn't he?
Yeah. So who were your overall players that you enjoyed watching yesterday?
There's a lot of the newer guys seem to be gelling in quite well already. Yeah. I thought Diamond played all right. He just needs to get his shots on target more.
Yeah.
Obviously, Barry played well. Won't play brilliant. Will Collar, he played well. They all there wasn't really, apart from a couple of howlers here and there.
Yeah.
Throughout the team, for like a couple of mistakes that they shouldn't have really made. I think most of the team played really well yesterday. There was probably about 20 minutes spell where the performance dropped more probably because of first game tiredness and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I think they all played really well yesterday. I mean, we dominated most of the game, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't really think if Cambridge were ever really going to score, even though I was hoping from a prediction that they would, they didn't. I saw some of the Cambridge, the fans, which we did ask a Cambridge fan or two about their prediction, but yeah, they weren't having any of it, were they?
No, they kind of walked off quite quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, and after the game, I saw on social media some of their fans just really saying that same old Cambridge, not looking like they were scoring or anything, and yeah, I think they knew that they were going to struggle yesterday. But I think the highlight of the game, and my highlight of the game was off the pitch. I don't know what was going on with the stewards, if I'm honest. I don't know what phase 5 was.
Or phase 10.
Yeah, I don't know. And, phase 5, they had the doors open, the big gates open. They didn't at phase 10.
Phase 10, it just looked like they were just stood around as though like nothing was happening. So it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But
I think the county chant of
Yeah, it
I
was
think
normal duties.
normal duties. Do.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was funny. I thought that was really good. That had me laughing out loud. Yeah, you got to love the wit of football fans, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, we did actually get a review of the game from Calvin. Got an audio message yesterday, so let's listen to how our part-time presenter here on the GLN podcast he thought about the game.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I can't be there today. I'm on holiday. I know you'll feel for me, but I just wanted to give my little brief opinion on yesterday's game. I was extremely surprised at the way the team played. It's a tougher division. Better teams were coming up against, but I thought we handled ourselves well. Thought we played well. I thought Carl Wotton was fantastic. Thought Louis Barry in spells was great. And yeah, I was really impressed with some of the new boys, and I hope that this is the start of a positive season for us. I certainly have more hope now and expectation than I had before the game, because you never know obviously what's going to happen, but I thought the boys were fantastic yesterday. Fully deserved the win. I just hope that we can continue it next week against Blackpool, when I will be back. I'll be there in the crowd cheering the boys on. So come on the Hatters.
Right, let's have a look now. The moment we've been waiting for, Rob. The pre-match predictions, and we've got the leaderboard, which will be changing today. As we said, we get 2 points for a correct score, 1 point for a correct result, and we did a bonus score last week of who'd start in goal.
Can we just ignore this bit completely?
No. So let's start off with the scoreline from yesterday. County win with a 2-0 home win against Cambridge, and I predicted a win. It was a 2-1. I was actually thinking 2-0, and it really annoys me. If you go back to the podcast, I do change my mind to 2-1 because I thought, maybe Cambridge will get a goal. I changed it at the last minute. I wish I hadn't, but I did. I chickened out of my prediction, and it went 2-1. And so I get the 1 point for that, for getting the correct result. Calvin also went for a 1-0 win, so he got the correct result. And you went
Let's just ignore mine.
Yeah, sorry, Rob.
Let's just say I can't do predictions.
Yeah. Okay, let's do. We also said who we'd think was going to start in goal. I can't remember who you said. But wait, no, you said. Yeah, so you got the keeper.
I thought the keeper was Ben Dinner.
Yeah, to be fair, last season he was excellent, and yeah, we'll see. But yeah, you predict Ben. It wasn't Ben, and so you lose another point. So after the first weekend, we do have me and Galvin both had to Rob right at the bottom with 0 points. But all things can change. It's only the first weekend. Nil point. Yeah. To be fair, it's the first weekend, and we've got a game up and coming in midweek. We've got the Carabao Cup. That's at home to Blackburn Rovers. First, let's get the review on that, the preview of that game. With you, Rob. How are you thinking? Are County going to be looking at that this year, or do you think Blackburn is going to be like too strong for County?
I reckon Blackburn will probably play a B team, a youth team, or something. I don't think they're going to expect much from County. They only played them a couple of weeks ago, last week in the friendly, didn't they?
Yeah, a week last Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think going off that, County might want the prize money more for this round. I think Blackburn are going to make it, but County might snatch a win if they play well. I think I'd go with a 1-0 win, County, just to spice things up a little bit.
Okay. Well, there's got to be a winner, don't they, in the cup?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this is gonna be maybe a bit controversial with this one, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1-1 draw, and then it's gonna go to penalties, and then I think being at home, County will win it on penalties. So 1-1 draw, and County will win it on penalties. Now, Calvin has given us a prediction, and we'll just hear his prediction now.
Right, my prediction for the Blackburn game on Tuesday, I think it is, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Blackburn win. I'm going to go with my head and not my heart on this one. So it's 2-0 Blackburn win.
So Calvin is he's going with his head, not his heart, and doing a 2-0 Blackburn win on that one.
Oh, okay.
So,
I remember a few of the games last season, and this went through to penalties.
yeah.
And then we won 2 games, and then the third game we ended up losing to Leicester in the cup, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
So,
we did. So it was a good cup run last year from Stockport. So let's hope that
hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for this week of the GLM podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back midweek after the Blackburn game. Hopefully, Calvin might just make an appearance as some way anyway, but well, who knows? But me and Rob will be back after the Blackburn game. Until then, see you next week, Rob.
See ya.